Greetings everyone, I'm Eurocoin and this is a review of Funko Pop My Little Pony Series 1. And you can see the character list of Series 1 here on the back of the box. This same list is featured on all the boxes of Series 1. And of course you can see also here that this box belongs to Derpy, because you can see the well drawn version of Derpy here. Also you can see her name here, even though it doesn't say Derpy, because there's some controversy around her name. So this is how Funko writes it on all of its product, and I'm not sure if any actual official Derpy product has name Derpy on it. And also you can see that Derpy is number 1 in this series, though these numbers have no really real deeper meaning. All the figures just have numbers, and Derpy happens to be number 1. Then, well, I'm not going to show you all the boxes of all the figures from this series. I'm just showing you Derpy because, well, she was number 1, so I just decided to show her box, so you can see the overall look how these Funko Pop boxes look like if you have never seen one. So from the one side, from the other side, from the top, and from the front side. And the, like I said, overall look is the same on all Pop Funko figures, but of course elements like this pink texture, and of course character pictures and so on, and the series names and so on obviously varies from figure to figure, but the type of the box is the same on all Pop Vinyl figures. And let's take Derpy out of the box. I just wanted to show you how easy it's to open Funko product. Actually, I just put Derpy back in the box for this review. I've had her out of the box ever since I got her. So, like this. It's easy, there's no twist ties or rubber bands or anything. Obviously that might be a problem for retail locations that sell Funko Pop and other Funko product, because all Funko vinyl product anyway is pretty much packed the same way, no ties or anything, and the boxes aren't taped or glued shut or anything like that. But anyway, here's Derpy out of the box. Like you can see, she features the trademark. Well, I'm not sure if they actually have been trademarked, but the very known and famous feature from the Funko Pop figures, the round black eyes. Though you can see that Derpy here has eyelashes. Also, you may notice that Derpy's eyes are not aligned. One eye is upper than the other. It's on purpose, so it's not a manufacturer error or anything like that. It's because one of the most important feature of Derpy is that her eyes are crossed. She's crossed-eyed character because, well, she is. And you can see on this regular vinyl figure from Funko what I mean. Her eyes are looking in different ways. So to simulate that, on this pop figure Funko put the eyes a little bit misaligned to simulate that. Very nice attention to detail from Funko, in my opinion. And otherwise Derpy is well colored like Derpy. Mane and yellow mane and grey otherwise. Here you can see her cutie mark. Well, hopefully you can see 7 bubbles. These figures are pretty light. Well, it's mostly because I think the heads are mostly hollow. Haven't taken any of them off, but I think they are. And it's very light vinyl from which these are made. Also, apart from eyes, Funko Pop figures have one unique feature. They have one point of articulation, and it's the head, which rotates. Well, it usually rotates all the way 360, but because of Derpy's hair and wings, as she's a Pegasus pony, they hinder the movement a bit because those wings are a little bit on the way of the hair. But on some other characters the head does turn completely around, and you can even turn Derpy's head all the way around if you really want, though you may damage the wings if you do so. And you can see the My Little Pony logo on her leg. Okay, that's Derpy. Then let's go to next figure character, my favorite character of all ponies, Fluttershy. And here she is. And first thing about Fluttershy I'll have to say is that this is the heaviest pop vinyl figure from these ponies, from this pony series, because her mane, it's made from different type of or kind of vinyl than the rest of her. It's actually the same kind of vinyl that was used on her regular vinyl figure, this one here. You can see that it's the same looking and has same texture, and it's shiny like this. So, and this material is much more heavier than the material that rest of the this figure has been made. And on most of the other Funko ponies from this pop series, the mane is part of the head sculpt, it's part of the head, it's just painted. But in this case, Fluttershy's hair is made from several different pieces, and none of them are part of the head sculpt. And because of this, Fluttershy is pretty heavy, especially for pop vinyl figure. And on smooth surface she can sit nicely, but on some surfaces she might not be so easy to sit, because this mane makes her kind of top heavy. But it shouldn't have any problems on standing on your shelf, unless your shelf is in some kind of angle. Apart from that, you can notice that Fluttershy has different kind of eyelashes or eyelashes than Derpy. No eyelashes on the other eye because the mane is on the way. The My Little Pony stamp there and cutie mark there, and you can see when you compare this tail and mane, you can see that the tail is matte looking, it's painted, and the mane is not painted, it's made from this pink vinyl. And you can see that, I'm not sure if you can actually see it, but they are a little bit different shade of pink. Okay, but that's Fluttershy. Then the next character is Pinkie Pie here, and you can see the different kind of eyelashes on Pinkie Pie when you compare to Fluttershy or Derpy. And you can see on Pinkie Pie that her mane consists of different parts, but all the parts have been made from this same type of vinyl than the rest of the character or the figure. So Pinkie Pie is not as heavy as Fluttershy. Maybe a little bit heavier than Derpy, but it's because she has a little bit more mane than Derpy. And there's the leg stamp, and of course her cutie mark. Okay, Pinkie Pie, let's go there. And next we have the multicolored fastest flyer in all of Equestria, Rainbow Dash here. And once again, different kind of set of eyelashes, and you can see that, well, maybe you can see some more or less sloppy paint job on the mane and some extra paint on ear and also here. But that's what happens when you have to paint the mane with different colors. On regular vinyl figures, the primary color is this, or was this blue, but on this pop vinyl figure, since the mane is part of the head sculpt, the primary color of the mane is, well, this light blue. So whereas on the regular vinyl line, the blue, these dark blue points or parts of the mane and tail were not painted at all. On this pop vinyl figure, all the colors have been painted on, and then it may show a little bit sloppy paint job at parts, but at least her cutie mark is intact. I'm referring to my San Diego Comic Con exclusive translucent vinyl Rainbow Dash, who had part of her cutie mark on my figure missing, but at least this one has it intact. The most annoying looking part of this figure is here under the head. Here this looks horrible, but you can't really see it when you display her normally, so that's not so bad. Then there's the next one, which is DJ on 3, which is the first and only character from this series 1 that doesn't feature those round just black eyes, but she has her trademark, well, her usual shades on, which is good because she's usually shown with these shades on. There are occasional 2 where these shades have been off from her in the show. Of course, she's a secondary character and isn't that much featured in the show anyway. And different kind of eyelashes on her too. Personally, from all these figures in this series 1, I like her color scheme the best. White and blues, they look nice, even though she's not my favorite character, and I think she is a little bit more, well, I would have hoped she would have been a little bit more white. I mean, not this dirty white, but cleaner white. And speaking of dirty, there's some blue plain paint stuff on the leg that looks kind of annoying. And then the second unicorn from the series 1, Twilight Sparkle. Once again, different kind of eyelashes. Very well, looks kind of like Pinkie Pies, but are not. And features some sloppy paint job. But you can't always win, and whenever painting is involved, especially painting by hand, there's bound to be some, well, mishaps. But overall not bad and looks nice on the shelf. And then the very last figure from the series comes Dr. Hooves, and in this Funko Pop vinyl series his name is spelled like this, but in regular vinyl line, meaning with this figure, it was spelled a little bit different. Well, there was W in front of H. Why this? Why two different ways to type the name? It's because, well, this is just speculation on my part, but I think this box was designed before Hasbro officially announced that this is the official spelling. So they didn't, so they kept the spelling on these vinyl boxes, but changed it for those pop vinyls and, well, these pop vinyls and then cupcake keepsakes. And no eyelashes on Dr. Hooves, since he's, well, it's the only male figure in this series 1. Not that there's that many male figures in the series, in the cartoon anyway, at least very prominent ones. He's mostly, well, he is pretty much brown, two kinds of brown color, hourglass cutie mark, and white shirt color with green tie. Just like with this figure here, this regular vinyl figure. Though with these vinyl figures, actually Dr. Hooves had a red tie variant also, but this green tie is the only one that he ever wore in the show. Of course, that was only in one episode and not very many seconds in that either. He's a secondary character, mostly on the background, and usually without any kind of tie. And that's pretty much it. One thing I have to say, that Doctor Hooves, Derpy, and DJ Pon 3 at the moment of doing this review, all Hot Topic exclusives, and are going to be available a little bit more widely at the end of 2013 or early 2014. The rest 4 figures are available pretty much everywhere that sells Funko or Pony product. But that's pretty much it for this video. We'll see each other with some next video. But until then, it's goodbye for now.